we're going to try getting back in the stream, see if I can manage to keep up with the... Uh-oh, I don't want to go French. Yeah, British. But see if I can keep up with the... getting my laptop set up so I've got 2 PCs, so I'll at least be able to keep up with the chat then. But my daughter, being as awesome as she is, she's going to help me out on this for now. Alright, let's see if we can find a nice British airfield. Sure. Create mission, why not? Actually, no, you know what? Let me check something first. British paratroop. We could. Why not? Take my 38 out. The Frenchie P-38. Gotta get my conversion set. We'll do 450 meters. That ought to work for now. And away we go. Alright. Make sure everything's all set. Corn is happy. Away we go. Crash will let me know if anyone drops in there. Doesn't have the boost today on, so the roll rate's definitely slower than the L model. So we got a couple of grids to go. Main opportunity to get a little bit of altitude.
Saturn says hi.
Hey Saturn, how you doing? Thanks for coming back.
Saturn says how are you?
I'm doing good. Quiet afternoon, the rain finally stopped a little bit. How are you doing?
Saturn says good.
Excellent. By the way, for anybody else who's in here, if you want to take advantage of the text to voice so I can hear what you're saying, just click on the follow and it'll let you, it'll convert all of your text to voice at that point. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see what you're saying because I don't have the text on my screen right now. We're going to get mad at light burst out in front of me there, ways out. There's another one above me. In case you're curious, that yellow square just means there's enemy fighters in that area. Well, not just fighters, could be bombers too, enemy aircraft. If you're into playing FPS shooters, you could be infantry on the ground. That's where the real battle takes place, where the flags get moved. Tanks, if you like being tankers. Ships, if you like driving destroyers or light motorboats, motorized boats. In fact, there's a ship down there right now. We're a bit far north. I'm going to come back. Now, the views in World War II Online are still old school. They're your locked directions, numpad, if you will. 2.0 will adjust that. Can't do anything about it for now. Who knows what 2.0 has to offer, but this is definitely a really old school approach. Still works. Alright, they must be down low, so I'm not seeing anybody up high yet. Although that's not too terribly high. Looks like this guy's clear. Not even certain that he was anywhere near where I was, so. Just zip within that grid somewhere. I was just trying to pick what I thought was more likely place. Saturn, is anybody else coming there with you?
Saturn says yes.
Hey, welcome everybody. I can't really see anyone's chats right now because I'm working on getting my other PC set up so I can see the chat. So for now, you'll have to click follow to be able to have your text converted to voice so I can hear it. And I can happily answer any questions. But if you're curious, it's World War II Online. Arguably the largest, most amazing, in my opinion, World War II combat simulator. There's somebody over there. Full-on combined arms. Yep, we got a 90. And he's going to try and tick me in the nose. vertical hoops all day long. Nah, I'm not gonna get into that. So he's gonna try and make me overspeed this thing. Far out there, it's probably around 700-800 meters. We're closing up. Oh yeah, he dropped flaps. He dirtied that bird a lot. Oof. And I'm drooling. There he is. Still drooling. Around. Go back in. Yeah, if he keeps that turn up, he's just gonna die. He's got no way out at this point. He needs a friend. You could easily log in and help him out. Off his 6. Couple hits there. There we go. Yeah, he went in. That was that. Yeah, keep in mind we got a new update coming out next week, next Tuesday. Lots of new fixes in it, some changes and some dramatic improvements to the armory, as it were. Definitely come check it out. Saturn, do me a favor if you don't mind. Let me know if anyone's got any questions.
Saturn says okay.
Thank you. I really don't have to RTB because I've got plenty of fuel right now. Well, plenty ammo for sure. Of course, now I'm lighting this grid up for anybody access so they know that there's Allied plane over here doing something. Maybe they'll come investigate. We'll teach them the wrath of Horn. Buzz in over here and see if anybody wants to play. See if we can spot some infantry on the way through. I'm not, it's not beneath me to strafe infantry, that's for sure. I'm down with that. What I'm not down with is the quad mounts that we put in there recently. 20mm anti-aircraft and 50 cal. Well, at least they don't have the meat chopper. It's only the Allied. There's worse. They've got 420 millimeters. In my opinion, worse. Okay, let's see what we can see. Town. Can't spot much from here. I know my airspeed is ripping right now, so I gotta be careful when I pull up. I ain't seeing anything shooting up at me. That's a good sign. Back end is cool off the motor. Motors, engines. B-38 is a twin. You can go stir up some trouble in northern Germany. I'm tempted to fly over to Hampstead and see if there's anyone over there. Although likely not, because that grid square's not light enough. So we'll get a wider view on all this. See what's going on. Not many people up right there. That's all good. Let's go down and stir up some trouble with the tank. Nice and clear skies. By the way, this map, this is the English Channel right here. So, just gives you an idea of how much of Europe we've got modeled in here. This is all half scale, so every, as it were, mile in real life is a half mile in the game as far as scale goes. 2 to 1. So, it's pretty huge. And we've got realistic scale burn time on the engines here with the fuel tank, so I mean you can cover a good portion of the map. Take you a while to fly edge to edge. Could be done. You need some altitude. You're gonna need to go into conservation mode. But yeah, this thing is huge. There's no zones, no timers. You don't have to wait. Driving is a whole nother issue. Like, yeah, sure, you could drive completely across Europe, but like, that's gonna take you so freaking long. Excuse my language, but I mean, all power to you if that's what you want to do, for sure.
Saturn says screen is black.
Is it? Let me just double check. Right, we should be good. Still black for you, Saturn?
Saturn says yep.
Try scrolling off and coming back. Maybe it's your Wi-Fi. I might have the bit rate set too high on this stream too. That's entirely possible.
Saturn says fixed it.
Alright, cool. How many people we got in the stream, Saturn?
Saturn says 1.
The important one. Alright, we're gonna have to go ahead and fly back to base. RTB this guy. Alright, I will be right back. fast. Coming in too steep. Just auger that thing straight in. Going too fast to really be able to. Triple A. Line up on him to direct attention. He took it. Watch out for the tree. That was not. Yeah. Something broke. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Alright, better get out, I guess. Ah, it's too late. I'm too low. Wah, wah, wah. All right, well, I appreciate you all jumping in. I will come back in later and maybe we'll do this, maybe we'll do something else. We'll see. Hope you guys have a good rest of the afternoon. See you in a bit.